Presenting our national officials of this match. First referee, Mr. Mark Santos. Second referee, Mr. Philip Rica Huerta. Now let's call on your starters for the Bayleaf Hotels. Starting off with their team captain at number 7, June Edang. Wearing jersey number 1, Gian Edang. At number 2, Icon Aquino. Wearing jersey number 10, EJ Polis. At number 12, Joseph Gabisan. At number 13, Justin Ranara. Their starting libero is number 3, Phil Enting. Head coach is Mr. Paul Dolairas. Introducing your starting lineup for Xentromall Generals. Let's start with our team captain, number 15, Kenneth Batyangsila. At number 9, Israel Encina. Number 14, Ruther Abor. Number 16, Marvin Romero. Number 18, John Michael Paglaon. Wearing jersey number 22, Juvie Mangaring. Starting libero is number 8, Bim Diones. With their head coach, Mr. Rod Palmero. This is match number 53 between the Bayleaf Hotels and Xentromall Generals. Good luck to both teams.
And we once again welcome you to our coverage of the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference 2023 here on One Sports Plus, and on Pilipinas Live. Thank you for joining us this Sunday. Dip Dipianco alongside Ivy Remulla calling this match, and we also have Denise Valdesancho as our courtside reporter for this one. Ivy, we've talked about how these two teams, despite being at the bottom of the standings, they want to end their campaign strong. And also, this may be a good matchup dahil halos pareho sila ng play style, as you mentioned a while ago.
That's right. Yun nga, no? I'm sure that this could be a preview of the future games that they would have against each other dun sa kanilang mother league. So, very interesting once again. And yun nga, siguro within the pool, you know, these two teams, these parang to them, each other yung mga ayaw nilang matalo. Yung magpatalo rather.
These two teams belong to Pool D of this tournament. And Batyangsila starts off with the first point for Xentromall. They are grouped with FEU, who is already through to the quarterfinals. The last spot will be between Navy and Savoj, RTU Basilan. They will determine who will enter the next round. So it's not the easiest pool also to be matched up with, right, for these two teams.
That's right. So like we said, you know, the journey to where they are right now has not been very easy. But of course, the experience that they would get from this tournament would definitely benefit them a lot.
Well, you can see, I mean, the youth is very evident in these two teams. A lot of young players and other pool groupings as well, and daming collegiate teams really joined for the experience, so to get the exposure that they need come their other tournaments next year.
You know, but they've also had their own moments here. Like, for example, itong Xentromall, of course, they did not. I mean, they were able to win a game here, and they won that in 3 sets as well.
Yeah. They beat yung Alpha Omega Elite Spikers in straight sets, which happened back in October 27. That was their only win, although yung last game nila against Savoj na nabanggit natin, ang ganda ng pinakita nila. They won first set, and the next 3, despite losing it, dikit din naman.
That's right. So I think there's, you know, that there's a lot to be proud of also in that game.
And they are starting off well here in set number 1 with a 3-point lead over Bayleaf. It's 4 serving 1, courtesy of Juvie Mangaring. LPU will try to end this mini run. And the attack of Edang sails out.
Another attack error. So this has actually been the story of the struggles, that they had when they went up against Navy. So Lyceum lost that in 3 sets, but primarily because they were not able to, control their errors, particularly on the attack. So medyo marami silang pinamagay na errors out of the attack. 18 attack errors in that game.
No, they lost that one in straight sets, 25-20, 25-15, 25-19. And the top scorer was June Edang with 12 points in that loss. Meanwhile, Romero will score for Xentromall.
So at the moment, this Xentromall showing more consistency with their attack. So Lyceum naman, they get their opportunities. They are able to have good setup. Conversion lang talaga ang nagiging struggle nila ngayon sa simula ng set na to.
And again, another nice attack, adjusting midair. That was Abor. And he gives EAC a 5-point lead over LPU. They go back set to Edang. Picked up by Xentromall, but Yancila will set up the play. And that one is a bit too long for Abor. Xentromall will try to answer back. What a play to Encina. And that attack sends us to our first technical timeout. Xentromall up by 5.
You're still tuned in here on Spikers Surf. Now let's talk about the Pirates, and with a team as young as the Pirates, mainly consisting of mainly first-year college students. Banggit sa akin ni Coach Paul na talagang tuloy-tuloy ang naging training nila para ma-improve ang maturity ng team. And on facing the Generals, he praised the opposing team's floor defense. And as a result, their answer is to adjust their attacks and saving the best for the last. Kahit sino naman daw ang makaharap ng team, ang pinaka-importante is for the men to enjoy. At syempre, yung learnings that they will pick up along the way. Back to set 1.
Thank you, Denise, for that report. Coach Paul Dolores, I'm sure what he wants for his boys is to get the experience, to get a taste of how it is facing different teams. No, not just, I mean, yung last nilang makakaharap is someone that they faced before, but they've also faced different club teams.
Right, that's right. So, and again, important for for his team to gain the experience. This is part of, for the most teams, this is part of preparation for other tournaments.
It's a free point given up to Bayleaf. 4 serving 9, it'll be June Edang to serve. Ooh, some hang time shown by Encina.
That can really fool the defense of Lyceum.
Marvin Romero will be the one to serve for Xentromall. They have a 6-point lead here in set number 1. LPU tries to get a point. The drop works for Aquino. So it's a 5-point lead right now for EAC in this opening set. Josh Gabisan will set the serve for LPU. They set up the play. Naibalik sa Xentromall. Adjustment for Mangaring does not work. Ranara sets up the play. Pipe attack. Picked up by Xentromall. They go back row this time. Abor. Ranara goes open. It's still playable. They go back row this time to Edang, and that's inside.
One of the few cleaner attacks we've seen on the side of Lyceum from the pipe.
Six serving 10 after those back-to-back points for Bayleaf. But Xentromall responds from Romero's point. And Sina, who's had a couple of good attacks at the middle, will be the one to serve here. Ooh, just short on that one.
Second service error here for Xentromall.
Which has allowed Bayleaf to stay within distance. They're only down by 4 points. Vic Ranara, the setter, will serve. Back row attack from Abor. He can also do it from the back.
Let's take a look at that attack once again. Flying from the pipe, off the block. And that was just too strong.
Setter Paglaon will serve. Ranara goes open. That is too wide for Gian Edang. So it's back up to a 6-point lead, the biggest so far for Xentromall here in set 1.
If I'm counting this right, you know, Lyceum already has 5 attack errors.
So those errors definitely hurting them here in the opening set. Otherwise, it would have been a tied game.
That's right.
Aquino with a serve. Dug up well by Ranara. Here comes Xentromall again. They go back set to Abor. Paglaon has been liking that connection with Abor.
Yeah, and he has been pretty consistent as well. Very high conversion rate.
Juvie Mangaring serves 14-8. Ranara. That's a violation. Masyadong malapit sa net. And Aquino apologizes for the poor first ball. And this prompts Coach Paul Doloiras to call for time.
Kanina pa lahat ng bola mo dun. Huwag mong pahirapan. Resiban nyo lang maganda. Service. Huwag nyo targetin ang libero. Mula nagsimula tayo hanggang mag-15 yan. Libero ang target nyo sa serve. Okay, resiban lang natin, ha? Boy kayo. Resiban lang natin ang maganda. Diskarte mo, ikaw na bahala.
Side out tayo, side out, side out.
Hey, Tibo! Grata!
Timeout called by Bayleaf as they find themselves down by 7. Coach Paul pointing out the improvements they need to do here in set 1. And Juvie Mangaring continues to serve for Xentromall here. 15-8. Better first ball. Edang is denied.
Excellent block from Xentromall.
And that leads us to our second technical timeout. It's the duo of Abor and Batiansila denying that one. We'll take a short break. We'll be back here on Spikers Turf.
Gusto ko talaga iangat yung team namin ulit. Kasi from our batch, parang sa NC kasi madalas kaming nasa taas. So kami halos lumalaban ng championship for NCAA. Malaki yung pressure ni Coach kasi nag-expect talaga siya na maiangat namin yung team. Pero at the same time, okay naman kami kasi excited kami talaga maglaro and ipakita ko ano yung meron yung team namin.
Get access to the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference 2023 live and in HD on One Sports Plus, plus more premium channels for the whole family when you switch to Signal Postpaid. Subscribe to Plan 520 and enjoy 3 free months with no cash out. Call 88555 or visit your nearest Signal dealer in a service ace for Juvie Mangaring right after that technical timeout. Ranara to Edang, and that drops.
Still a long climb here for Bayleaf, but not impossible, of course. But first things first is they really have to make sure they avoid the errors.
Yeah, it's the errors really that's hurting them. And Xentromall have been consistent with their attacking. Romero gets another point. Subs coming in for Coach Rodrigo Palmero. Minya will check in to serve. Also came off the bench in their last match against Savoj. Let's see what LPU will do here. They go back to Edang. A set up play to Romero again.
Back-to-back points for Romero. He has been very effective out on the wing. So this time around, he goes cross-court right in between the two blockers.
Paglaon recognizing that connection once again, and it's now a 10-point lead for Xentromall. This is the biggest advantage so far in this set. Another good serve. Ranara had to chase Edang. Easy pickup for Xentromall. And Abor does the rest. Bayleaf will use up their final timeout here in the opening frame.
Lahat ng linak mo puro sa kanan ng kaliwete. Sobra-sobra ka. Tulong. Ha? Hanap sa bola, habol-habol ka agad. Pag landing, habol ka agad. Hindi natin na-distinguish, wala tayo, hindi natin napapabagal yung bola nila. Okay, kailangan makakuha tayo ng block.
Smile tayo, smile. Say, viva!
Pinibilisan yung play.
Timeout called by Bayleaf. They're behind by 11 points. And so far, so good. Everything working well for Xentromall.
That's right. They're actually moving more confidently. They're moving more fluidly. So a lot of things are in place, you know, for Xentromall.
Minya continues to serve. He has done so since he entered the game. That block sails out for Abor. So point goes to Bayleaf. Paglaon.
Oh, but a net violation error in the side of Lyceum. Too much eagerness to get to that block.
They were only able to get that point before Xentromall answered right back. And it'll be Abor to serve for the Generals. Ranara. The easy pickup also for LPU. Popped up by Dionis. Here comes Romero. That's inside. Sub for LPU as Legaspi checks in. Coach Paul trying to switch things up with a different setter here in the latter part of set number 1. Are the attack errors of Bayleaf really coming? That's why si Coach Paul pinalitan yung setter dun pa sa pag-set?
It's possible that, you know, just try to probably change things a little bit in terms of the setup or probably playmaking, you know, just to get the proper momentum. Pero it could be a factor din na hindi masyado nagtatagpo rin yung setter at yung attacker. Because I'm sure we've seen in several sequences na parang mukhang alanganin or bitin, no, yung pasok ng ating mga attackers.
And Xentromall gets another point from Encina. Romero will serve 23-12. 2 points away from getting the opening set. Legaspi upset. So far, so good for the player off the bench, who's a relatively taller setter than Ranara.
But this is going to be a 10-point stretch here for Bayleaf.
10-point game. Good read for Magadan to let that sail out. But Yansila checks in for Minya. Maybe try to get a block point to end this set. Let's see. Encina serves. Legaspi upset. And there you go. That ends set number 1 with a comfortable win for Xentromall over Bayleaf, 25-13. We'll give you set number 2 when we return. Back here for the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. Set 1 just finished, and Xentromall getting that one over Bayleaf, 25-13. As we take a look at the highlights of what happened there, Ivy, how did Xentromall get that easy first set win?
Well, first of all, you know, they really avoided as much errors as they can. And again, the defense, the digging was really good. So Lyceum also had difficulty because they were defending the net very well.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's a really more fluid and more confident in the movement that we're seeing here from Xentromall. But meanwhile, on Lyceum, they're able to make breaks for themselves. It's just that they're not able to convert, their attacks. As I mentioned at some point earlier, before the second technical timeout, they already had around 5 attack errors.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the numbers. Xentromall with more attack points, 14, is only 9 converted by Bayleaf. In blocking, we've mentioned that. So 1 for Xentromall. In the service line as well, there was 1 point from Xentromall. In the errors, 9 errors were given away by Lyceum. And, had they stopped that momentum for errors at the early part of the set, they could have actually had the score much closer.
Yeah.
So hindi sila nahirapan sa paghabol.
Masyado malaki yung 9 errors na pinamigay nila sa Xentromall. Set number 2 is now underway. Xentromall gets their first point. Again, you're catching the Spikers Surf Invitational Conference here on One Sports Plus, and Pilipinas Live. Dip Dipiaco and Ivy Remulla and Denise Valdesancho as your broadcast panel for this game. Abor continues to score for Xentromall.
Abor now with 7 points, and he's leading the scorers for Xentromall. Romero follows with 5, Encino with 3, and Mangaring with 1. Meanwhile, for Lyceum, it's June Edang now with 3 points. Polis with 3, Aquino with 3, and Jen Edang with 1.
June Edang, we mentioned, is number 10 in the tournament in terms of scoring with 62 heading into this match, but so far he's been limited. Legazpi continues to be the setter, and Edang scores back-to-back points. Bencito will serve for Bayleaf. 2-all here in the second set. Ooh, what an attack! And Batyansila liking that setup.
Combination play for Xentromall.
Abor, another point for Xentromall. 3-2. Naiwasan.
Good call, last-minute decision to let that go.
Paglaon looks for his teammates, and the combination works. There was a check. Bayleaf with a better start here in this set. But Yansila, Polis was able to pick it up. Edang with the adjustment. Paglaon tosses it. Minya is denied by Legazpi. Four all here in set number 2. The captain, June Edang, serves. Paglaon.
That was just too wide, no touch from the blockers.
Bayleaf was supposed to take the lead already, but Xentromall will challenge that one. They're asking for a review of that previous play, and the block touch is what we will take a look at. So the initial call was just outside.
But of course, if this challenge goes in the way of Lyceum, then this could be good for them because, they get a taste of the lead for the first time. And that can change things on the side of the Pirates.
I don't think they got the lead in set 1 at all. Nagtabla lang sila sa simula, but then eventually Xentromall. Oh, but there is a block touch.
The very slightest.
Yeah.
And when, if you're the attacker, usually you would always have the better feel, if it did touch the hands of the blocker. Good challenge on the side of Xentromall.
And point goes to the Generals. They take the lead 5-4. Legazpi ups it. Polis, was that the guy who attacked? Aquino will score off the block. Polis will be the one to serve for Bayleaf Hotels. It's a back and forth action here at the start of set 2. Minya, dug up by Polis. Paglaon, uy, nalunod.
Miscommunication from Xentromall. So free point para dito sa Bayleaf. Of course, you would want to take that. And they get a taste of the lead.
Officially. That one you can't challenge because it was clear that it went under the net. Paglaon had to bend a little. Minya still can't get that point. Aquino, the lefty spiker once again for LPU.
Let's take a look at that last attack from Aquino off the hands of the blocker. Oh, there's a triple block, and he was going up against triple blockers.
Paglaon tried to go for the 1-2, but read perfectly by Aquino. And Bayleaf is the one that sends us to our first technical timeout. They're up by 3.
This is the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference 2023. Shining this beautiful Sunday is the Generals team captain Kenneth Batiancila. As a Balut Tondo local, Kenneth's humble beginning started all the way from a sports fest in his hometown. Katuwaan nga lang daw ang pagsali niya dito at walang kaalam-alam maski sa mga rules at technicalities ng volleyball. Slowly, he gained this love for volleyball when AAC alumni Levi General invited him to try out for the Generals. There he met Coach Rod. Mula sa mga ligang labas na kinakabit lang ang mga net to wearing the Xentromall shirt at the age of 21, may pinapatunayan at marami pang gustong patunayan si Kenneth. Question is, will this team shine for this game? Answered Paul on Pilipinas Live App.
Thank you, Denise, for that report. You like to hear stories like that from just playing in leagues outside, biglang nakakapasok into these programs, right? It's
that's
nice
right.
that they get to experience this, and credit to those who helped them out, diba? Yung nayaya ka na mag-try out eventually because you're so talented, you're skillful, you get a spot in the roster.
That's right. And you know what? One good thing about also yung mga ganyang stories is that while some may have natural talent, but you see them putting in the hard work, you know,
right.
and that's why they get better from yung sabi nga not knowing the nuances and tendencies of the game. Pero now look, parang you know, he's really playing and moving very well.
But Batiancila is one of those guys. He scored 8 in their last game. Meanwhile, it's a 4-point lead for Bayleaf. Abor goes for the attack. And Aquino has been on fire here for Bayleaf.
That's right. Just right after the Lyceum scored their 6-point. 4 has already been care of Aquino.
Well, Legaspi has done a good job of setting off the bench. That one is outside for Mangaring. The lead is at its biggest for Bayleaf LPU at 6. "12 serving 6. Ooh, just unfortunate to end that run. But LPU playing a much better set here compared to the first one.
Well, definitely more confident in their movements. And this time around, you know, they're able to convert their attacks into points.
They only scored 13 in set 1. Right now, they are at 13 points. Oh, poor first ball. It's with the red shirts. Edang goes up. Picked up by Minya. Paglaon tosses it. Mangaring. Inting was there for the pickup. Edang again. Paglaon goes back row to Abor. Look at Inting. Save that ball. And Dionis does the same. Or rather, Magadan for EAC and shut down by Batyansila.
One of the longest rallies we've seen so far. Good defense displayed by both teams.
Two good digs from Phil Inting of LPU.
Right. And we haven't seen much of those kinds of defense from Lyceum in set number 1. So that's one of the biggest difference here in set number 2.
Edang skies high for that point to up the lead back to 6. Bencito will serve.
No whistle yet. A little bit of excitement there at the service line. But why not? You're leading by 6.
Gusto pang magdagdag ng puntos itong si Sean Bencito. So it will be replayed, that service. They are ahead by 6, talking about the Pirates. Ayun na. Kaya siya nagmamadali kasi.
Baka daw mag-error yung susunod niya. So, service error for Lyceum. That's actually the 3rd they had so far here in this set. Pero ang Xentromall, meron ng 5 service error rather na pinakawalan. But that meantime...
I don't think I've seen like that. Something like that, no? Yung nag-land sa gitna, merong nasa harap sa likod, pero nag-land pa rin inside. Back-to-back points for Xentromall to cut the lead down to 4. Legaspi back sets Aquino. So that was Gian Edang, but there is a net violation called on Edang.
So the lead of Lyceum is now down to 3.
Juvie Mangaring continues to serve. Legaspi goes middle. Popped up by Paglaon. They switch it to the left. And Minya will score for Xentromall to cut the lead down to 2. This prompts Coach Paul Doloiras to call for time.
Chance ball yung play. Lagyan mo ng combination. Pwede kang magpa-play 1, pwede kang magpa-play 2 para ma-single dito yung blocker ni Setilti o kaya kay GM. So, diskarte na. Sige. Okay? Let's go.
Viva!
Isipan nyo lang muna.
Check out that last play before the timeout. The setup done by Dionis and then to Minya for the connection. So that's 4 straight points now for Xentromall. The lead a while ago was at 6, Ivy.
That's right. So Xentromall, I think, they're doing a good job here in trying to really minimize their errors and conversion.
And that one is still playable. Chance here for the white shirts. They go to Abor.
Well, Abor has been hammering all his attacks since we started this game.
Hammer is the right term for that. Parang pinukpok eh.
Oh, he's been drilling a hole in the court. But once he gets the set that he likes, he usually is able to give out a very clean attack.
Oh, that's a nice dig. But Yansila almost for Mangaring, just couldn't get up on time. So Bayleaf able to protect their lead. They're still up by 2. Edang serves. Paglaon goes to Minya. And that is another point. Minya coming off the bench and coming alive here in set number 2.
And that's what you really want if you're the coach. That whoever you filled in is really making a good use of the opportunity.
Edang gets it to go. And Bayleaf brings us to the second technical timeout. They're up by 2 over Xentromall.
Nabibubuga naman po yung Lyceum. Actually, the more na lumalakas yung kalaban, the more din na tumataas yung energy ng mga teammates. Kailangan every game, ang kailangan po talaga namin manalo, yung eagerness po namin manalo. Babawi po namin yung bandera ng LPU.
Watch the PBA 3x3 second conference this year every Monday and Tuesday only on One Sports, PBA Rush and Pilipinas Live. PBA 3x3 lakas ng tatlo. Encina cuts the lead down to 1. Legazpi sets up the play. Aquino with a drop. Saved by Encina. Mangaring sent back. Paglaon goes to Minya for the point. And game is tied at 16-all.
That's right. So this game is really getting exciting. Xentromall really doing a good job in getting back in the scoreboard. Down the line, no defender on the side of Lyceum.
From a lead as high as 6, we are now all even at 16. Aquino gets a point and gets the lead back for Bayleaf. 17 serving 16. Polis with a service error.
Third service error for Lyceum here in this set.
$17 all. This is Owa Minya with a serve. Legazpi ups it. Aquino had to adjust, but he's able to score off the block still.
A good decision there from the libero not to just let that go as it was going outside.
18-17. Paglaon, upset, Mangaring. Naibalik. They go middle. Edang was there. Aquino goes up. And again, a point off the block.
Back-to-back points for Aquino off the block. No, he has really made a difference here for Lyceum.
This set, no? Dami nung nagawa ni Aquino. He has been the energizer for Bayleaf, but a service error for Legazpi. Setter off the bench. But they're still holding on to a 1-point lead. It'll be Encina serving for the white shirts. 18-19. Edang picked up here by Abor. Paglaon sends it to Mangaring. Easy pickings for Dumasig. Aquino the drop. No. But Yancila the set. Red shirts will set up the play. Edang from the back. Good dig by Encina. And Mangaring turns it into a point.
Good rally we've seen. You really have to commend the defense of Xentromall.
Yeah.
They have been digging the ball very well. And that's the reason why they're the #2 digging team here in the Spikers turf.
That was a steady dig mula kay Encina, who serves. Uy! That's short, and the lead swings back to Bayleaf LPU. Aquino will be the one to serve. Paglaon upset. That's inside. No contentions on the side of Bayleaf. This has been neck and neck here in set number 2.
That's right, just an exchange of points.
Legazpi had to bend. Paglaon got a touch. Abor with the approach. That's flat. hindi maungusan ng Xentromall, no? Natatay nila yung game, but Bayleaf just getting the lead back.
That's right. And again, better performance on the side of Bayleaf here in set number 2. Good serve.
Bencito, yep, had that error a while ago. Combination to Abor. 21 all here in the second set. Juvie Mangaring will be the one to serve. Can they finally overtake? Or will Bayleaf respond? One-hand set. Nabitin. And Xentromall overtakes Bayleaf. Four points for Mangaring so far. Legaspi upset. June Edang. That's a point. 22 all here in set number 2. Gian Edang this time will serve. Paglaon gets out of the way. Naibalik. Medyo malapit sa net. Oh! Open spot. And Legaspi finds that hole. Been a while since we saw Romero on the floor. He will replace Minya.
Well, Minya has also performed very well, you know, when he was fielded in.
That is a good serve. This will end up as a free ball chance for Bayleaf. Here comes Edang with all his might.
And good swing, good approach. You can almost say that when he went up for that set, it would be a point for Lyceum. And only one blocker going up against him.
Bayleaf LPU is now at set point. Edang short on that serve. That gives Xentromall some life here. And Coach Paul Doloiras will want to ice whoever the next server will be. Let's listen in.
Teacher ka na dyan. Tapos, cover tayo lang ha. Kahit anong mangyari ha. Paka mo lang. Beba, pasa kami. Sa taas. Ikaw ha. Focus lang sa receive ha. Focus lang muna sa receive ha. Importante ang receive. Pirata!
Reception is key for Bayleaf in this play. It's Xentromall with an all-important serve to keep themselves alive here in set number 2. It'll be Batyansila who will be tested at the service line. The captain serves pretty well. Legaspi upset to Edang na ibalik. Legaspi goes back to June. That's kept alive. Who will they go to? Legaspi will finish. And I think Xentromall will challenge for a net touch. Wala kay Legaspi. He is confident that he did not touch it, sabi niya.
It could have been the ball, maybe.
Oh, let's see about that. Nobody expected him to go for the 1-2 play. He had enough height on that ball with his length. Naabot niya yun.
That's right. We have to give credit as well to the Xentromall. You know, they defended the attack of Edang very well. Mangaring also had a very good save just prior to that dump by Legaspi.
That was twice, no? They saved the attack of June Edang. Ooh! Ay, nag-react ako, sorry. Pero wala pa pala sa
Wala
stream.
pa pala.
Oh, I will not spoil it. There is a
There
net
was a touch.
right there on the tape. Not sure what LPU is not seeing there.
Well, Legaspi was saying he didn't feel anything.
This is a better angle. Oh, that was close actually.
But
Net touch, successful challenge for Xentromall. We are tied at 24 all in this extension. Edang will score. May halong galit yung point na.
Because everybody was quite convinced there was none.
Too much power on that one. He wanted to go heavy on that serve.
That's right. High risk, high rewards there for Edang.
25 all, another extension. Picked up here by Dionis. Here comes the play. Paglaon will go to Encina. And Xentromall is now at set point, turning things around here in set number 2. Can the red shirt save this one? Edang with a good first ball. Legaspi to Aquino. Sent back. Dumasig back to Aquino. Third try for Bayleaf. Edang from the back.
Oh, that was outside.
And that ends set number 2 with a late comeback from Xentromall EAC Generals. We will be back with set number 3 after this break. Back here for the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference, the matchup between Bayleaf and Xentromall. LPU Pirates were ahead most of the time in that set number 2 before Xentromall. EAC went on a comeback at the latter part. Let's take a look at the highlights. Ivy, what did you see in that set? How come the Generals were able to get that set still against the Pirates?
But you know, Lyceum, basically, they were really off to a very good start. They actually had a 6-point run at the start of the set. And they've been very consistent with the attack. So that's one of the things that we did not see in set number 1. But, you know, the Generals, what they really did very well here in this set is really the controlling the errors. As we take a look at the numbers, Xentromall just with one more attack point than Lyceum. Lyceum did better defending the net. And this is also one of the reasons why they were able to get the lead in set number 2. So while both had one service aces and the numbers at the bottom, the errors. So that has what actually hurt Lyceum from the start of this match. Actually, set number 2 could have gone Lyceum's way. You know, they could have won that if not for the 10 errors that they committed.
And again, the errors keep piling up for Bayleaf. That's what happened in set number 2, and first point goes to Xentromall Generals here in the third set. We'd like to welcome you once again to our coverage on One Sports Plus, and on Pilipinas Live. Dip Dipianco with Ivy Remulla and our courtside reporter Denise Valdesancho giving us the reports. Later on, we still have a final match between Davis Adamson and the Signal HD Spikers. But for now, Xentromall looking to get their second win to end their campaign here against the winless Bayleaf LPU Pirates. Two 2-0 start here in set number 3. Legaspi continues to be the setter. Checked. Easy pickings for Diones, but an error for Xentromall. Nang hinayang doon si Batian Sila.
That's right. At this point, of course, Xentromall wouldn't want Lyceum to get into the momentum.
Oh, we have a newcomer in Osabel. Adding points on the board for the Generals. And he will be the one to serve here. The youngest player on the squad for EAC. Only 19 years of age. We go to Abor.
Abor now in double digits. The lone double-digit scorer here for Xentromall. He already has 11 points. Encina with 7, Romero with 5, Mangaring and Nina both with 4.
Edang. Jonas with the pickup. Paglaon back sets. Abor again. Back to back. And timeout called by LPU.
Papagalin niyo lang yung receive. Nahihirapan si Gaspi. Okay, malakas yung attacker natin. Kaya gawa mo ng magandang play. Okay, pa-receivean niyo lang ng maganda. Okay, dahan-dahan ninyo.
Dahan-dahanin na natin.
Masyadong tayo nagmamadali. Wala man tayong lakad.
Pasugod ako. Konti na lang, mabaklik dapat sa dulo eh.
Sige lang. One step lang. Enjoy pa din tayo. Ate, diba? Receivean niyo lang ng maganda.
Check out that last play before the timeout from Abor. Clean hit. And you heard the timeout from Coach Paul Doloiras that his team in a bit of a rush when they set up their plays, no?
That's right. Wala naman daw silang lakad.
Pwede pa sila manood nung nung last game if gusto nila. That's what happened, I think, nung dulo ng set 2, no? When they felt like they could get that set,
yeah. So,
medyo nagmadali na sila.
you know, for some teams kasi, like, I'm sure that you sometimes hear this also from other coaches, no? Yung, wag niyong mamadaliin, because they have to play at their own pace.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes lumasabay sila doon sa galaw ng kalaban, but if that's not your usual movement, then of course that kind of changes things for you.
Hindi pwede magpadala dun sa pace ng kalaban. And Xentromall dictated just that at the end part of set 2. Legaspi. Oh, shut down. That was a solid block from Bornell, who also just entered the game. I think that duo got a warning. Si Abor kasi may onting delay pa dun, no?
Yeah. So, that was really a very good block talaga. So, talagang madadama mo talaga yun eh.
Four-point lead for Xentromall Generals. Bayleaf serves. Paglaon looks, fakes, goes behind to Abor. And we go to our first technical timeout. The The Generals up by 5.
upon approaching the team captain, June Edang of the Bayleaf Hotels. Now, this conference really challenged his leadership daw, which pushed him to put the effort na isa-isahin talagang kausapin ng team about their lapses and anything they have to improve on. He's not only actually a kuya of the team, no, but a brother to Gian Edang, one of the team's opposites. And as a teammate, his brother really surprised him daw during the tournament because after only 2 years, mabilis daw make up si Gian, which really unleashed his potential. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Denise, for that report. The Edang brothers playing for Bayleaf Lyceum Pirates. We've had a lot of pair of brothers here in the Spikers turf. Whether teammates sila sa sa gusto ko yung si Bencito yung nag-challenge for LPU. Iniwan na ba sila ng coaching staff nila? Nonetheless, Denise was talking about the Edang brothers. And it helps that you have a kuya, right, on the floor who will teach you. That is outside. And an unsuccessful challenge there for LPU. Hindi lang player to player, meron din sa coach, diba? Sa Ateneo, you have the Mangulabnan brothers.
Yes. So yun din siguro, no, you can really see that it runs in the blood, you know, certain sport runs in the blood.
On the broadcast team, we have the Remulla sisters, diba? Gusto kayo mga tandem, eh.
Oh, ganon.
Right now, it's a 5-point lead for Xentromall here in set number 3. That was a good serve. Romero had to be the one to attack. Edang from the back. Showing the kuya that he is to these Pirates. Polis with the serve. That one drops for Bornell. He had that kill block a while ago, this time with the attack point.
Let's take a look at that once again. A little touch from the hands of, I think it was Legaspi.
Legaspi upset. Aquino was checked. Dionis with the pickup. Paglaon.
Oh, good pickup there. Legaspi still down.
And Osabel scores.
This is this attack by Osabel. It was picked up by Edang, but Legaspi was still down on the floor.
Di na naabot yun. Oh, this time he's able to catch that one. Saved by Abor. The push. Net violation for Osabel, who was too close to the net. Oh, that didn't go over, rather. Still a 5-point cushion for Xentromall. Legaspi hasn't been subbed out, no? Ever since he set foot as the replacing setter. Paglaon goes to Bornell. He heads to the service line with a couple of points this set. Legaspi backsets Aquino. Well, Aquino played well in that set number 2, was a big part of why they led majority of that.
That's right. Very high attack percentage conversion for Aquino.
Combination. And Osabel scores once again.
Osabel with 4 points already here in this set.
That is a service error.
Fourth for Xentromall here in set number 3.
Paglaon upset. They go back set. Legaspi chooses Edang and he scores. Four-point game here in the third set. That is inside for Osabel. So it's an exchange of points, and Xentromall will want to keep this pattern right here. Polis, that's wide. Xentromall just 10 points away from winning this match. Maganda rin yung mga bunot no, nitong si Coach Rodrigo Palmero.
That's right. So
part of Xentromall.
all of the players from the bench are contributing inside the court.
That was a steady dig from Paglaon. Abor. Legaspi does the same. Dumasig, and the attack of Edang was rejected, which leads us to the second technical timeout. Xentromall up by 7. The first ever NBA in-season tournament is here. Watch all 30 teams battle it out for the NBA Cup from November 4 to December 9, only on NBA TV Philippines. One Sports and Pilipinas Live. Hashtag NBA on Signal. Hashtag always a fan. Speaking of fans, they have come to the venue here in the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center in Manila to watch the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. We still have one more match to be played this Sunday. Attack of Romero was out. Players asking for a challenge. Their coaching staff will allow it. They will try to ask for a ball in, ball out.
Challenge number 1, ball in, ball out.
Well, let's see what will happen in this challenge of Xentromall.
Well, pretty much, you know, Xentromall still has a comfortable lead, but they would want to make sure that they get all the points that they can.
Ooh.
Oh, that was really out.
Romero apologizes for initiating that challenge. And nonetheless, it's still a 6-point lead para sa Generals. Paglaon goes back to Romero, and that time it's clearly inside. 7-point lead para sa Xentromall over Bayleaf. Legaspi. Paglaon. Romero was checked. Paglaon will set up this time to the middle. Nobody home. Paul is able to read that one.
So still a comfortable lead here for Xentromall. Edang with a serve.
Paglaon had to chase. Romero will run. Legaspi chooses Aquino. And that's a point for Bayleaf. Back-to-back to cut the lead down to 5.
Aquino now with, again, in double digits. He has been scoring heavily off the block.
14 or 15 points, I think, for Aquino.
Oh, violation this time, and he apologizes.
Balik sa 6 ang abante ng Xentromall. Abor will be the one to serve. Picked up by Abor. Ooh, and nobody there. That was a point from the dig of Abor.
And that's the kind of error a coach would not want to see because it was a free ball.
Just a little too late there para kay Dumasig, and a timeout called by the Pirates.
Okay, resiban niya maganda. Pag wala, may backline ka. Pag maganda ang backline mo dun sa gitna. Pag wala, dito ka lang backline mo dito. Okay, pag wala receive dito, backline niya. Pag may receive, tuloy mo sa 4 sa gitna.
Let's go na, all out na tayo. Kahit ito inside out tayo. Save, iba!
Timeout called by Bayleaf LPU, who are trailing by 7 points. Xentromall not allowing Bayleaf to get their win here. They're looking comfortable to win in straight sets. And the numbers for Abor on your screens. 13 points. Legaspi. No connection with Polis.
And obviously a very costly error for Lyceum.
Legaspi upset. That's going to be a point for Aquino.
13-20. Substitution.
Change here for the red shirts. Guadamor will replace Polis to serve for the Pirates.
Important serve right here.
Good serve. Abor from the back. It's still good. And Bornell, not yet. Third try for the Generals. Collision on the part of the white shirts. Chance for the Pirates. It's kept alive. Romero with the extra step. Legaspi. No!
Ball still alive.
Saves it. And it ends to the point for Xentromall.
A good defense on the side of Bayleaf in that sequence.
Buti na lang hindi na sinave, no? Delikado na yun. Napunta na sa broadcast table.
Kukunin ko na sana kasi hindi pala counted.
Sabel will check back in for Minya, who had a good stint off the bench. Legaspi. The setup to Bencito is out. 9-point game here in the third set. Xentromall Generals 3 points away from winning the match. Too short. That is outside for Legaspi. Another point for Xentromall. Mangaring will replace Bornell to serve.
Serving
23 serving 14 here in the third set. Legazpi a bit short on that one, and Batyansila sends it back.
It's now match point for Xentromall.
24-14. Mangaring will serve. Heavy on that one. Legazpi bumps it. Chance here for the white shirts. The Generals. Osabel unable to get it. Paglaon wants him again. And Osabel will get that final point to give Xentromall EAC Generals their second win to end their Spiker Surf Invitational campaign.
And what a good way, of course, to finish off your campaign. And that's with a win, a convincing win, of course, for Xentromall. And but at the side of Lyceum, they did put up a good fight. No, they've had their runs. Second set was very close. But definitely, of course, a lot of learnings for this young squad.
And they look forward to facing each other again in their collegiate league. Take a look at this final point from Osabel. Good effort. LPU Edang tried to chase that still, but not enough. And that ends our match here. Both teams bowing out of the competition in their Pool D. And you take a look at the final scores, 25-13, 27-25, 25-14. We'll be back to wrap this one up here on One Sports.
You're still with us. This is the Spiker Surf 2023 Invitational Conference. And it's a beautiful Sunday. Nanalo today ang Xentromall Generals. And we have our player of the game, Paige Paglaon, with 1 point and 16 excellent sets. Congratulations, Paige.
Thank you po.
Ayan, Paige, no? There were moments, despite this three-setter game against the Pirates, no? Nagkakaroon ng dikit, nagkakaroon ng lamang. Paano yung regrouping ng team nun?
Pinag-usapan lang po namin yung dapat namin i-adjust sa loob ng court. Nakinig lang po kami sa mga instruction ng coaches namin.
Okay, and you know, this is your final game. It's a blast, of course, for you guys. How would you assess your overall match today and even the games last time?
Okay naman po. Nalaman po namin mga lapses namin na kailangan po i-adjust para sa mother league namin na NCAA. Ay lang.
Yes, and of course, syempre sino ang gusto mong batiin? Anybody you would like to greet?
Lahat po ng teammates ko and sa sponsor po namin na Xentromall. Thank you so much po sa family ko.
Sa mama ko din. Hi, ma. Hi, mama, kuya, ate, lola, papa. Hi, mama. Hi sa jowa ko dyan sa Bicol.
Hi, love.
Hi, mama. Hi, love.
Okay, congratulations everybody. Congratulations, Paige. That is it for our third game, this quadruple header Sunday. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Denise. Ikaw ba may gusto kang batiin dyan? Well-deserved for Xentromall. It's their final game here in the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. And what a way for them to end their campaign. Sabi nga ni Paglaon sa atin na they were able to do what they want to do that they will bring into their next league.
That's right. So this is a very, again, good experience that they had, and it's a very good way to end their campaign. So they won the match, and they also won it in 3 sets nonetheless. So a very consistent performance we've seen from Xentromall all the way from set number 1 up to set number 3. They've done a very good job, especially on defense.
Yeah.
They've been defending the floor very well. They've also made it difficult for the attackers at the net for Lyceum. So I think this was really, they were really prepared for today.
Yep, and preparation paid off for Xentromall. We take a look at the numbers in that final set number 3.
Big disparity in terms of attack conversion. Big Xentromall 15 points. Lyceum only able to convert 5 out of their attempts. And we talked about how they made it difficult for the attackers. They scored 3 block points in the third set. And the errors, while they had more errors in the set as compared to Bayleaf, but because of the conversion of their attacks and the defense, so that kind of offset it. So the momentum was clearly on the side of Xentromall.
Right, and they got their second win to end their stint here in the Spikers Turf Invitational. We still have one more match left to be played here inside the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center. Davis Adamson will face the Signal HD Spikers. So stay with us here in our coverage on One Sports, on One Sports Plus, and Pilipinas Live. On behalf of Denise Valdesancho, my partner Ivy Remulla, my name is Dip Dipianco, saying thank you for catching this one, but stay tuned. See you again later for our matchup here on Spikers Turf, where power meets passion.